with those conversations? According to you, what's the problems that we have to solve in the world?
Well, I have this answer too. This is my opinion, just my opinion, but from what I've seen is it's like a couple different things, but it all ties together. There are a lot of people, there's two groups of people, Muslim people in the USA. There's the people here that are following Islam, they're practicing in whatever level they practice, they're following Islam. There's these Muslim people, and then there are people that when you ask them, they say they're Muslim, but they don't have any connection to the religion. It's just, well, I'm from here, I'm Muslim. I'm from there, I'm Muslim. And the problem with both of the second group, the problem with them is that they're just doing whatever and they're saying they're Muslim. So anybody that knows them is like, oh, really? You know, and this is their example. And this is what they see. And they think, oh, wow, that really? You do, that's Islam? That's what that means? Oh, you know, and it gives a very poor impression. I mean, it confuses people, and it may even just do, like, really can be bad, very negative. And so for those people, whenever I meet them all the time, oh, you Muslim? Oh, I'm Muslim too. Really? Oh, okay. And then I'll invite them to come here or whatever the situation is. I try to talk a little bit, and then I realize immediately they don't follow Islam. They're saying they're Muslim, and for example, I belong to a lot of different Islamic sites and groups and dawah projects, and I'm doing a lot of this kind of stuff, and a lot of it is through the internet. And I met a person, a brother on there, and he says, you know, I said, oh, are you a Muslim? And he said, yes, I'm Muslim. And he says, I'm half Muslim. And I went, half? And at first I just thought, okay, I'm not going to even talk to this person because this is stupid. But then I thought, no, wait, I got to know. What half of you is Muslim? And then he goes, oh, well, no, I don't mean like half. I just mean that I'm born here, but I don't follow Islam. I said, so you're not Muslim. Muslim is not an ethnicity. It's a faith. It's a belief system. So that's a problem. Then the biggest problem, or the bigger problem, is for the people that really are practicing Islam and they're, you know, doing what they do, and they're you know, the thing is that many, not all, but many of the Muslims that live in America, they don't extend in any way beyond their immediate little realm, their immediate circle. In other words, you know, they come to the mosque, they pray, they do, you know, they go to the market, they buy halal food, they do, you know, they're doing what they're supposed to do. But when they go out in the street, they don't look at anybody. They don't smile. If you see them in the market, and I talk to the sisters all the time because I feel the sisters are the sisters. I love you all. Don't get me wrong, but that the big burden falls on the sisters when it's in public because we are easily identifiable. Men, you can't tell. You don't know who, unless he's in a, well, I don't know what those things are called. The women, they're called like a jaleba or something. I don't know what they call for the men. But unless they have a cap and they have the long dress on, and even then they think they're Jewish or something, they still don't know they're Muslim. For the men, nobody knows, unless you have a sign and you're carrying a sign. But for the sisters, you got a flag. You got a flag, okay? Everybody knows. So when you're walking in the market or you're in the mall or you're at the gas station or you're at the red light and you got that face, that like sour expression and the down and you don't smile at anybody and you know, and you're just like this, whew. I mean, it puts such, I mean, everybody who's ever heard terrorist sees that. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter how pretty your scarf is. If they see that face, this is what they put together. This is Islam. Yes, there's one right there. And I'll tell you the truth. This is the reason I started covering my hair. Because I wanted him to see a different face. I wanted him to see a different face. And somewhere I read, I don't know who read it or where I read it. I can't remember, but it stuck with me. And every time I get dressed, every day I hear it in my head. When you leave your house, you want to be known and not known. Known for your character, for who you are, for your manner, and not known that you're not hanging out of your clothes and everyone can see, you know, and all this. So I think about that every day. And everyone's like, well, oh, I don't cover my hair because I don't want people, they're going to think this or they're going to think that. Well, I want them to think it. And I want them to ask me. I want them to ask me. Ask me about it. And then I'm going to tell you. I had some guy come up to me in the market and go, "Do you eat meat?" Just like that. He goes, "Are you a Muslim?" With this real weird accent. And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Do you eat meat?" I said, "All the time." Whenever I can get it, Yeah, medium rare too, And so I like that. I like that. But the biggest problem is that so many, and Sheikh Ammar from Mercy for Mankind just came 2 weeks ago and did a big dawah program for us. And he said the same thing. We agree on this, that most people don't, they just go through their life. They don't even have, they're complacent. They're just complacent. Okay, this is all I have to do. I just have to be a good person. I just have to follow the rules. I just have to pray. I just have to make dua. I just have to do these things, and everything's okay. This is it. Take care of my kids. This is it. But really, our purpose is a little bigger than that. We're created for a reason. We're created to worship, and part of that worship is not to go preach to people or to insist, but to demonstrate and to inshallah to guide people too in that process. And you can't guide anybody if you don't open your mouth, if you don't smile, at least a smile. Smile is the easiest thing in the world to do. It's sunnah, it's charity, it's simple. You just eat and do it, and yeah, you get a wrinkle, so what? But that's it. And yeah, so now everyone that comes through the door, we kind of push that on our group of sisters. Like, be aware when you're at that red light and you're sitting there scowling because you're late, and someone looks over at you. They see the scarf on your head. Don't like give them that face. Just smile, or wave at them, or let them go before you. Let them go before you. Really, is it going to make a difference? You have to block them so they can't come out of the light's only, yeah, I understand the light's only green for 2 seconds, and then you got to wait 5 minutes again for it to be green again. But just let them go. Let them go, because you know what? They're going to remember that. They're going to remember, when someone's talking bad about Islam, they're going to go, I met a lady in the store and she let me go in front of her, and she was so nice, and da-da-da-da, and I think she was one of those Muslims. She had that thing on her head, but even though they're talking like that, they're gonna have a good impression. And this is how you make good relationships, no matter what your religion is. If you want to make friends with your neighbors, that's how you do it. And it doesn't matter where you're from. It's I don't know. We're ambassadors. We're ambassadors. We are the ambassadors, and until people realize that, that's the problem. No. Nobody knows. Half of America does not know anything about Islam, and the other half that does know knows just what they see on TV. And of the ones that know stuff from the TV, maybe a very small percent actually know people that are Muslim. And then again, then who is the Muslim that they know? That's the other thing. So those of us that are, we got to do something. We have to do something. We don't need to go preach on the corner, but we need to, when we leave our driveway and the neighbors out there watering, we need, hey, how are you? Lawn's looking good. Anything, just any small little gesture. And that to me is the biggest problem. The terrorism, the news, all this stuff. If every single Muslim person made just a small little extended, just reach just a little bit, not go save the world, just make a friend with your neighbor, take them their paper. If it's trash day and you see their cans there, they forgot it and the truck's coming, go push the trash can out on the sidewalk for them. You see they're going to get a ticket, it's a street sweeper, go knock on their door, say, hurry, come move your car. Just any little small thing, extend yourself, be a good Muslim, be what you're supposed to be, help. Do what you're supposed to do. Don't just sit in your little world because you fixed it and just think you're okay. That's not enough. It's not enough. And when we all start realizing that, things will change. They are changing. Alhamdulillah, they're changing, but it takes more. It takes more. It takes anyway. So that's what I think is the problem.